Hey guys, how you doing? We're live. We're back. We're another live stream. I got Jack here with me.
Howdy everyone, how are we all?
Yeah, it's a bit of a rip. We're stuck in COVID, but yeah, we're going to have some fun and play some games, and we're going to have an awesome night, and it should be good.
Should be awesome, and we're definitely 1.5 meters apart, as you can tell. It's just it's like the backdrop, it just makes it look like we're closer.
Yeah. But, new live stream, new setup, so big shout out to Pip and Shan and Han for doing all that stuff. But real quick, we got to do, we're back on live stream, got to do the classics. So one emoji, describe your week, whatever it is, go. Jack, what are you going to choose?
For me, I had a COVID test on Sunday. I was in Phillip Island last week, so
Yeah.
for me it was a little bit of like a lazy week. I did work Wednesday to Friday, but Monday and Tuesday I was just watching like shows, playing games. So I'll just do whatever the lazy emoji is. I don't know if there's anything like that, but if someone can put a lazy emoji in the chat for me, that would be great.
Yeah, lovely. Love that.
How are you?
Yeah, good. Okay, so while people are typing in their emojis in the chat, we'll read them in a bit. I'm going to hit you because you actually don't know what's about to happen right now.
Yeah. You're about to hit me.
No. So I'm going to hit you with like 5 quick fire questions. So I'm just going to say them, and you just have to answer them instinctively.
All right.
Okay?
Cool.
All right. So you ready?
I'm ready.
Nervous?
A little, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. Cool. You should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Just go.
Okay. Favorite takeaway?
Macca's.
Favorite piece of clothing?
Shoes.
Ruth or your family?
Oh, hey, look, you can't do that, my guy. Everyone, I love them all.
No. Free pass. All right. If you can watch any TV show for the rest of your life and you can only watch that one TV show, what are you going to choose?
Bro, I've only just really started getting into shows, but Loki is not bad Mandalorian if they bring out more and more seasons over.
Okay,
I can't watch the same seasons over and over.
Yeah. But if it was like 8 or 10 seasons long. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Same question, but for movie.
Can I just do the whole Marvel series?
No.
Yeah, Iron Man 1.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Okay, nice. All right. Let's see what people got in their emoji chats. All right.
That's me in bed. Yeah, that's me, I think.
Yeah. Lovely. All right. There's a
Joel, cat in a box.
Cat in a box. Yeah, sure.
I was playing games with Joel a little bit earlier this week, so
Why not? Katie's got a flower. Shan's got a koala. Nate's got muscles, surely.
Nice. Is he
in the gym?
I know you've got a gym membership, Nathan. So
bro, big up. And I expect nothing less from Dave.
Dave's been on the grind.
Yeah, probably that, and I would have expected snacks or lollies or something of that description. Yeah. Is probably where we're at.
Is there some more above there? Above that? Josh bike riding.
Yeah. Or Josh White.
Yeah, Josh White bike riding.
Yeah, 100% he'd smash that out. Yeah, nice. Lovely. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to play a game. As always. So the game that we're going to play is Rate It or Hate It. Okay. You guys know we've played it. If you would have seen our socials, Shan put up a little teaser. So Shannon's got about 10 images. I haven't seen them. Jack hasn't seen them. No. So we're going to just pop them up. They're going to pop up on the live stream in a sec. And we want to hear your reactions. You hate it, you rate it. And for some of them, we might do a score out of 10 as well and see something like that. Cool. T's quite unhappy. I feel like she's going to have...
Surely family. Oh, T, come on. Once you get a boyfriend, come talking then. But not too soon, all right?
All right, okay. When's T allowed to get a boyfriend?
Oh, look, when I allow it, I don't know. I haven't thought enough about it. Probably at least 25.
Okay, that's fair. I said Jess can have one when she's 40. So
yeah, that's fair. I think that's the ultimate age.
Yeah.
You're fully mature.
Yeah.
You're ready to find the man of your dreams.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's right. You got to have career worked out, relationship with God.
Exactly.
All those important things.
Yeah, right.
And then you can have someone else.
Yeah, sounds good.
When you're 40, Jess. Okay. Anyway, we're going to go to the first image. It's going to pop up on the stream. We want to hear if you hate it, if you rate it. Okay. Bang. Spring.
Oh, mate, rate it. My birthday's in spring. Can't not like spring. Plus, all the flowers.
Yeah, flowers.
Yeah, it's good.
I rate it for solely the biggest reason that it means the end of winter.
I think we were going to say the grand final, to be honest.
Oh, true. Actually, that's...
Often that's just into October, so yeah.
Yeah, so it depends. But rate it just purely because...
October is spring anyway. What am I talking about? Never mind.
Anyway, I hate winter. I hate cold weather. So,
fair enough, yep.
Yeah, rate it. Yeah, someone's got the same answer as you, Jack.
Right.
Or someone must have the same birthday, I reckon, in spring too.
Hay fever, that's fair enough, Shannon.
Yeah, big rip for hay fever. Oh, well, I don't have it, so not my problem.
Right, but also the snow, mate, for Mitch, for winter. I mean, I know you
that's
don't.
true.
You
I don't really,
snow,
but like, yeah.
But we'll have a youth snow trip at some point.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll put that. You can organise that.
No. I mean, COVID, so who knows? But, you know, Charlie's saying he hates it. All right, we're going to go to the next one. That's 1 down, 9 to go. Let's see what we got going on here for image number 2. Clowns.
Big L.
Big L. Wow.
I'm not a fan of clowns.
Are you one of those, like,
Mate, I mean, when the clown phase, you know when there's those clowns where we were walking around?
Yeah.
That scared the crap out of me.
Really?
Yep. Mate, I was not a fan.
Like, so you just have you always been scared of him? Are you just like, since you've been little,
maybe
or like
since that point in time?
Oh,
like,
really?
Since like things like It came out. Never seen the movie It, but I just know that I'm not a fan. Maybe like, you know, as a kid I might not have minded them.
Yeah, okay.
But nowadays, no. How about you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like indifferent to it. I'm like, I don't hate it. I don't rate it. I know I'll give an objective opinion.
Yeah.
Just purely because they they scare you. I'm just gonna say rate it.
Yeah, and Ruben's saying his dad was a clown, and that this is clownism. So I mean, I'm sorry to Ruben's dad. I apologise.
Oh, I love Ruben in the chat. It's so funny. Yeah. See, Laura's kind of still in me. Don't rate, don't hate. But if I have to choose, I'm gonna go rate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Just purely because I want
Just
more
spite.
of them to scare you, and I know Katie is petrified of them too.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's the ultimate goal, just to annoy Katie.
Well,
that's the aim of this youth group.
I don't think anyone's unhappy if that happens.
Yeah,
really,
I think so.
If Katie's unhappy, everyone else is happy.
Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about the right idea.
All right, so we're gonna go to the next one now. Had clowns, and we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. But
let's go.
Goat.
Mate,
just
absolutely the best film you've ever seen.
There is no one that like cannot. Who?
Tiana Evans.
Your sister's not dating until she's 60 now, honestly. We keep upping it for every like.
Has Tiana even seen Shrek? I don't even know.
Like, just rate. Like, 10 out of 10. Like,
100%.
Okay, for this one, we want a score out of 10 for this. Yeah, surely. I
mean, Nathan's already said 100%, so like that's already a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that's 10 out of 10 for Nate. But everyone else, I want to see like responses out of 10 for this.
Quick story, just while everyone's putting their scores in.
Yeah, go.
I went away for a little while with a mate of mine, and we actually we booked in to go to the spa.
Yeah.
And there was someone else when we got there, and we were like, all right, we'd have to wait like 15 minutes till we get a chance to go in our spa, have our turn.
Yeah.
And you know, once we were waiting, we checked the TV and Shrek 2 was on.
Yeah.
And then by the end, we just sat down, watched Shrek, and didn't even go to the spa.
Dude.
Mate, the Fairy Godmother.
I mean, yeah.
It's probably
it's
not as good as the first one, but still a good movie.
It's unreal. It's unreal.
6.8 out of 10, Shannon. That's a questionable score.
So, okay, I got to tell you this story. So, I didn't tell Jack this story before the stream because I wanted to get his reaction. I mean, I've said that already. It's not really that exciting.
Yeah.
But basically, I was at work today for on-site learning for our kids that have to go to school because their mums and dads tradies or nurses and stuff like that. Anyway, so I was working with another teacher as well, and she was talking about just wanting to buy a puppy. She'd been looking for a while and wanting to get one and everything like that. And I told her that the dream dog that Tori and I would get if we ever get one is a husky.
Oh yeah.
So I impulsively looked on Gumtree and there was one available.
On Gumtree?
Yeah.
That's animal abuse, I think.
No. It was legit, came with papers and I think that's how they advertise.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Move on. It's fine.
Okay,
it doesn't matter. We'll move straight past that. Yeah, basically. Anyway, while I'm telling this story as well, your favorite breed of puppy in the chat. What's yours? Oh, because
we have a cavoodle. You can't go wrong. Our beautiful dog Hugo. If you guys haven't seen him, I think he's been to youth a few times.
Yeah, probably.
So
he has actually.
Yeah, he's a great dog.
Would you get that dog if you move out and got another dog, or would you rather get something different?
A tiny bit bigger, maybe. I don't know. Depends. But he also doesn't shed, so it's it's so good. Having a dog that does not shed, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's the downside. Is that if I get a husky, my vacuum's going to get an absolute workout.
And also all your jumpers, all your vests, everything will be just covered in little hairs. I assume you go for a lighter color, not a black colored.
Yeah, if you wear. Anyway, so I inquired, and I sent Tori this thing, and she sent the love heart emoji back or whatever. Yep. And I was like, all right, I'm inquiring. I inquired, and she's like, yep, still available. You know, it was in Doncaster, so you'd have to wait till after lockdown and all that sort of stuff. But I was like, I could get it. And then Tori was like, no, we shouldn't get it.
Why did she say no? She said love hearts, and then she said no.
Well, because like the dog was not cheap. It was like,
Okay.
I think it was like $3,500 or whatever.
Okay.
Which like, I know that's pretty standard for dogs and stuff, but
but it's a big expense.
yeah, I was like,
yeah.
I was like, if we got it, it was been like the most impulsive purchase. Like it literally started out of a conversation that I had with someone at work.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my story. So if you want to send me $3,500 so I can get a husky, I'm not going to say no to that at all. Yeah.
What have we got? We've got.
All right, let's go. Give me some answers.
Okay,
Jack.
so
Let's see.
roti. I didn't even know. That's just. I think of roti bread.
Oh, like a Rottweiler,
Oh
maybe?
yeah, Rottweiler. Yeah. Those are big dogs, aren't they?
I don't know.
Anyway, Whippet. I know the McQuees have a Whippet.
Yeah.
Border Collie.
Yeah, nice. I rate Border Collies so highly.
And then Charlie said, "Buy Tori a puppy."
I'm okay with that. I'm so okay, Charlie.
Pug, not
have
bad.
words with Tori. Don't worry. I'm
Pugs
trying.
do have cute faces.
Yeah.
King Charles.
Oh, King Charles is. Oh, is that my sister?
Yeah, it is his sister, yeah.
love
Do they
that.
have one?
No, they
No,
won't.
okay.
Like, yeah, they got 2 cats. I don't know why, but
And then Clayton, husky with a German Shepherd. Not sure.
yeah. T wants a husky, or either.
Toy Cavoodle or
Okay,
husky.
yeah.
Golden Retriever again from Charlie.
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
All right.
Tori. He was serious. You
I
should have
was.
taken
yeah,
up on it.
Yeah, see, Tori.
Tori, you let a whole opportunity for a beautiful dog slip out of
You
your
basically
fingers.
just let down me and an entire youth ministry.
exactly.
But, sounds like a you problem, mate.
Tori.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
well.
can we do?
What can you do
All
next
right,
time?
anyway, back to hate it or rate it. Let's go to the next image because we've got to stop talking about dogs, otherwise it's not going to end well. Vegemite.
All right. As long as there's butter with it.
I think, like, you got to rate it within moderation.
Yeah.
Like, because you see, like, people, like, on YouTube or, like, Americans and stuff, they just have, like, a spoonful of it and it just ruins.
Yeah. And so you're rating, I assume?
Yeah. I rate it.
Can I just wait? Caitlin says rate only a little bit. I was gonna say the exact same thing. When
Yeah.
I've seen Katie have toast in the past,
Yeah.
she has literally like
What do
butter
yeah.
and like the
What do you mean,
tiniest
like a-
few scrapes of Vegemite across the top. I know her dad like used to make it for her, and so I think like when we've been away, like
Yeah.
'cause our families are pretty close. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, Katie, you're just eating butter on toast with like some slightly salty like scrape.
You could literally just put salt on it and set it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, the only way she's
Oh,
saying. So
honestly.
I don't know. And I don't get it because you gotta have a bit more to get the taste of Vegemite in your mouth.
I mean,
but-
all I'm hearing is that when we get back to youth, I feel like there should be some sort of challenge involving Caitlin and Vegemite.
that would be
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not unhappy with that.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think so too.
What else we got? What's everyone rating?
Right,
Mostly rating. Hate by Joel.
Yeah, okay.
Hate by Laura. I don't know if that was
Oh.
from Nathan. Hate.
Oh,
Wow, we've actually got a few haters in the chat. All right.
well,
And then
leave
who
Australia.
said?
No, just.
And then Ruben said hate equals not Australian.
Yeah, correct.
So,
Well done.
that's
Agree
right.
with that statement.
Yeah, and apparently I spread so much of my toast it is disgusting, but I spread a normal amount, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Katie's just oversensitive.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. I don't know what one we're up to.
Number 4, I think?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I don't know. We'll just, when they run out, Hannah can just yell at us or Shannon. Oh,
Big up. Big
Yeah.
thumbs up.
my favorite thing more than anything is because we do like class parties and stuff
yeah.
as a teacher,
Yep.
is when like someone brings in like a tub of Fairbread, I'm like, just send it to my desk. Like the kids aren't even getting
It's like
any.
the teacher tax. You got to take
Yeah,
a little bit for
Oh,
yourself,
100%. That's right. If I'm dealing with these kids for 8 hours a day, like
Yeah.
I deserve this.
You need that sugar hit.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, rate
So
it.
mostly rate. Someone's
Oh,
whose name is-
overrated.
Wow, Dave.
Wow, that's a bold statement, Dave Zavillas.
Nutella instead of Buttia. I'm not sure what Katie's talking. Oh, she wants to do Nutella and sprinkles.
Oh, okay.
That sounds pretty good.
Sounds, yeah.
But I mean, the OG is like butter and sprinkles. So,
Yeah.
like,
But the thing is, you have that and you like love it and enjoy it and stuff. So you're like 8 years old and you just never really have it again.
yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, like, speak for yourself. I had it at one of my mates' house when he was turning 21. So.
Okay, never mind then. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's go to the next one. Number 5 now. Hey,
Yep.
Nathan McQueen, 6.5 out of 10. Or I'd probably give it. I'd say a solid 8. It's not.
It can get
like,
soggy sometimes.
It's
so
not
like,
goated, but
yeah.
bananas.
Oh, look, I'm a fan.
Yeah, right.
right.
Yeah, right.
I mean, look, I could go without bananas, but like bananas probably up there with my favorite fruits, I reckon.
Okay, well, what would be first if it's not banana?
Probably like mango.
Oh, yeah,
and then
mango.
mango, strawberries, banana, I reckon. Probably like around that order.
Yeah, I would say probably like, yeah, mango's pretty good. Blueberries for
Oh,
me.
yeah, they're up
like,
there as well.
Like if I get like a punnet of blueberries, it's gone in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I'll just smash it
Yeah.
down.
It's funny because I know blueberries, you know, they're not the cheapest thing in the world.
No,
So
they're not.
I
That's why
have-
Tori gets real mad at me because she'll like give it to me and like I'm not buying any more for like
Yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks or like ration out or
Yeah.
whatever. I'll be like, yeah,
Does
cool.
she eat them or not?
No, she doesn't eat.
Okay,
So she just
okay.
buys them just for me. So like,
Oh, that's
just ration
nice.
me out. Yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
lovely. She buys me blueberries, but won't let me get a dog. But that's fine. Take that as you will.
My cousin, she would like go back once she got married. She lives in Queensland. She'd go back home and steal her parents' blueberries out of their fridge and take them back to her new place with her partner or her husband at the time.
I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely done that at my parents' house, not with blueberries, but with avocados.
Oh yeah. I mean, avocados are pretty cheap at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. So big up. All right, let's go next one. Number 6.
Yeah.
Number 6. All right, sweet.
Ooh.
Olympics. I mean,
I rate. I mean, according to my girlfriend, she doesn't though. But
awkward.
I was talking with her earlier. I was like, "Yeah, let's watch the opening ceremony." She's like, "No." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay, I'll just come over." And she's like, "No, they're 4 hours. You can go home." I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll go home."
Yeah, 100%. Right. Like, and I think everyone rates it except for Ruth. Sorry, Ruth. Because like it only happens like once every 4 years, or if it's 5 because of COVID or whatever. So it's like, oh, you're pumped because it's like you don't get sick of it or whatever.
Yep.
So that's why.
Plus, the Olyroos or Socceroos. I think Olyroos is a terrible name for the soccer team.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. But the Socceroos won last night, so we're off to a flying
Right,
start.
we're big up. All right, this is because of this comment, and I'll explain the comment, but your opinion, garlic bread, hate it or rate it?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Man, I have an Oodie with garlic bread on.
Yeah, you do actually. Yeah, no, goated. Anyway, Rach, my sister, has written, but what do you do with garlic bread, Mitch? So, like, there was, like, when I was at home, like, this is when I was real bad and just, like, lazy and stuff. Because we'd have, like, garlic bread and we get, like, 2 or 3 or whatever, because, like, the whole family's eating it, like, with pasta or whatever. Yep. So there'd be one left in the fridge and I'd get home from, like, work or uni or I don't know, whatever. And I couldn't be bothered eating anything. Yep. So I would just put that in the oven and then just eat the garlic bread.
Like pre-cooked and you just reheat it?
No. Like, you know how you got to, like, you buy them and they sit in the fridge?
Yeah,
like the stick. I just put it in the oven and... Yeah. That was bad.
I mean, like... Yeah, it's still nutrition, kind of.
It's very unhealthy, but I don't know. It's bread, it's carbs, it's fine. Let's move to the next image.
Yeah,
don't worry, we're going, we're moving. See, Tori, I still do it. Rip. All right, I don't know what to. 7, I think?
I believe 7, yeah, here we go.
7. Oh.
I mean, look, in this scenario, not so much.
Yeah.
But in general, I mean, I think they're pretty funny.
Yeah. So I saw like actually have seen this image before. Apparently the backstory for it was like, whether it's true or not, I don't know, because it was just on Instagram or something, that apparently like the maid of honor or, the bride said to the maid of honor, like, oh, wear whatever you want. Like, I don't care what you wear. Okay. And apparently she wore that.
Took that so literally.
Yeah. So I'd say if you did that, like, and that was a true story, just a big hate.
I imagine if that was the other way around, it was like the groomsman doing that.
Yeah.
The bride wouldn't even walk down the aisle.
Nah, no chance. She'd be like, nah, I'm out. I'm done. So yeah, the costume, rate it.
Yeah, right. I rate it as well.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, they're probably so expensive, but yeah.
Yeah, legit. All right. On to the next one. So we're up to 8. Yeah. All right.
What do we got? The dog wore pants. Would he wear them?
I've seen this. This is like so hard to judge.
I'm definitely going for B, number 2. I think that just looks so much more normal.
Okay, yeah, we want to hear like which one it should be, and we can do hate it and rate it. So number 1 is obviously the first option, and then number 2 is the second. 1 or 2, which one is if a dog wear pants? Which one's the correct way to do it? And we'll just look through. So you said like.
But
number
in
2?
General, overall hate.
Yeah, I hate. Like, no, it's just a dumb decision.
But so definitely the second there.
Yeah, I think the second as well.
So
it just seems wrong.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it even feasibly works to hold.
No chance.
And plus, at this point here, on the one on the left, you're just gonna have your dog pooping over its jeans the whole time. Like, this one at least it catches them.
And then what? You're gonna take them off and wash those jeans?
Or I'd maybe just put a hole in the back or something. I don't know.
I mean, you have to put a hole for the tail too.
That's true. You do have to do that as well.
All right, let's see what everyone's saying. Second.
Mostly, it's pretty much 2.
Yeah, B.
Joel's said 1.
Yeah, Joel said 1. Everyone else second. Yeah, most people going second. Yeah. It should wear a onesie.
That is, you can get dog onesies. Well, I mean, equivalent onesies.
Put your dog in your hoodie, Jack. That'd be funny.
I mean, you just wouldn't see him. He's so big.
Yeah, that's true.
It is so big.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see. Number 9?
Yep.
Sweet, number 9. Yeah, I feel like we've rated...
Wow, what a throwback.
Yeah.
Sorry. I haven't thought of these things for the longest time.
Yeah.
But I saw it at my client's house like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, these were just the OG, like, video games. Who cares?
Yeah, honestly.
These mats, take a car out,
Yeah.
you're set for a few hours.
Yeah,
like,
right.
And we had a few bridges we'd put out. You know, you have these bridges as well.
Yeah,
oh, mate, all good.
It was like when you're like little like that, and then like Lego, like just top tier.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Yeah. Just unreal.
And also like play train sets. I don't know if you've ever had those.
Yeah.
And like when you got the automated trains. That was like this. You're like, I'm that guy who has like the automatic train. You press the button, the train goes around the track on its own.
Yeah,
that's me.
bro, that's it. You just flexing on all your friends, weren't you? Yeah, legit. So I actually I don't think I had that as a kid. Did you have that as a kid?
Not that big, but like something similar.
Similar? Yeah, I don't think I had that as a kid. We had like the Lego ones and like the other trains and stuff, but I don't reckon we had that.
Yep. There's so much fun. I mean, like, obviously, like, nowadays, I'd spend 2 minutes and be bored. But
Yeah. But back then, you're like, it's the greatest thing ever.
Caitlin Pierce, you're depriving your children of the greatest joy that the childhood can bring.
Honestly, after all these comments, Caitlin Pierce deserves to be unhappy. Yeah.
No, I mean, look,
not deserves to be unhappy.
Maybe that's a stretch,
okay.
but
deserves to have a solid amount of Vegemite when we're back at youth.
Yeah, we will give her some Vegemite.
Yeah, 100%.
Be
all
warm,
right,
Katie.
number 10.
Yep.
This is the last one.
Number 10, number last. Number last.
I think it's the last one. We'll find out. If another one appears, I guess we'll keep going. All right, number 10. So
Mate, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Does it have both sauce and mustard?
I reckon it'd just be one, sure.
You know what it needs? It needs like a rotating barrel so that you can have sauce,
you can have like
mustard, barbecue sauce,
right,
if you're
like
so inclined. I don't know why you would do that, but anyway.
You know. All right, rate or hate?
I rate. But it's a little, not great if it's only one. Like, you got to have two separate guns. I think one single gun that could do both would be amazing.
Yeah. And I guess as well, it's like, how long does that last? Like, how many hot dogs is that going to like
Yeah, I mean, it looks like
cover
a pretty
in
big,
sauce?
a pretty big barrel. But,
Yeah. That's fair. Rate it.
Yeah, I rate.
So CJ's loving it.
Yeah, and Ruben's just exclaiming, "You're getting mustard!" All caps in the chat.
Why? Who hates mustard? Oh, Joel hates mustard. Yeah. Oh, man.
And Katie, I'm going to be sick that day. Oh, the day that we try to give her Vegemite at youth. That's
fine. She's going to be sick every day at youth then. We'll wait. We got nothing but time. So, gee.
Pretzels hot dog combo.
I've never had that.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Leon. I'll be honest.
Well, we'll try.
Yeah. Mustard is yuck, and two, it would be hard to clean if you were to reuse it. That is true. It would
yeah. That's what I think. Like, honestly, I'm going to go hate it for that, for simply the reason of practicality.
Yep.
That's it. Like, not like mustard is like quality. Have it on burgers, like sausages, whatever.
Yeah. But realistically, is it going to go on sausages or is it going to go on your friends more often? Probably friends
100%.
more often. That would be the most amazing youth.
Yeah. I think that's
to our
what,
youth
like,
cupboard.
yeah, Russian roulette with the mustard gun. That will be.
I don't even know who that is. Olympic. Someone's just named themselves Olympic. Okay.
That'd be pretty fun.
That would be fun. Yeah. That'd be a good little like prank to pull on someone at youth on time.
Yeah. Oh, bro, 100%.
Man.
Yeah, sweet. All right, well, so that's everything for our game. Hey, so we got like a couple other things that we're going to do for our live stream. Should be heaps of fun and should be good.
Yeah. And for next week, just let everyone know
Yeah,
what's
for next
happening.
week. So, and we'll also stay at the end of the stream too, so you guys don't forget, and we'll put on socials and everything like that. But next week, we were going to obviously kick off tribes and do all that sort of good stuff. But obviously lockdown and, we don't know what's going to happen for the rest of the week and everything like that. So what we've decided that we're going to do is Tuesday night from 7 to 8 o'clock, we're just going to jump on Zoom and we're just going to play a bunch of games. So it's just kind of like open invite. Anyone can come. We might do like, I don't know, Among Us or Scribblio or,
that other one, Gardic Phone, the new one we played?
Yeah, the one like CJ and stuff told us about. So, we're just going to jump on, play some games, have some fun. So that's what we're going to do on Tuesday. And then Wednesday night, same time, 7 to 8 p.m., we're just going to do, this is a bit of a Bible study. We'll just pray for some stuff and just do a bit of a soap study. And, just go a bit deeper, a bit closer in God and everything like that. So... Yeah.
And the plan is for everyone to be together. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do everyone together. I guess it'll depend on numbers and stuff. So if it's a bit crazy, we might do some breakout rooms and stuff. But we'll just kind of judge it. We'll see what happens on the night and everything like that. But yeah, come, join. It'll be awesome. And obviously in terms of like next Friday, we're not 100% sure what's happening. Yep. But we'll keep you guys updated. And nonetheless, we'll just have some fun. Hey.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
That's it.
Now we're about to head into a time of worship.
Yeah.
We're going to be led by Shannon and Ruth. And so I guess it's a bit hard because we're all on our couches at home. I assume most of you guys aren't standing up and getting really into this in terms of your whole body. But I encourage you just to sort of engage your mind for this and listen into the words. You don't have to sing. If you want to, great. But there's not going to be any words on the screen. But it's going to be, if you know the songs, you can join in. But it's just a great opportunity to be able to connect with God in a way that you may not have been able to this week because we haven't had youth, or we haven't had youth for a few weeks, in fact. So I just encourage you guys to take some time, close your eyes, listen to the words, and let the words wash over you. And so I'm going to invite those guys up now, and they're going to lead us in time of worship.
Yeah, awesome. So just let as Jack's saying, let the words just like wash over you, and even it might be for you, like, you might feel uncomfortable singing along on the couch if you're watching it on your big TV in the living room or something, but it might just be an opportunity where you just reflect on your relationship with God and just spend some time with Him. But we're going to hand over to these guys, and then after that, Jess is going to come and preach. I know she's going to do an incredible job. It's going to be amazing. So, I'm going to hand over to Ruth and Shannon. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty. Let's just get into a time of worship, guys. I hope it's not too weird for you guys. I know it can be a really tough time going through another lockdown, but hopefully these songs and the words in them, you're able to get something out of it and connect with God a bit. I don't wanna be afraid every time I face the waves. I don't wanna be afraid. I don't wanna be afraid. I don't wanna fear the storm. You are greater than its roar. I don't wanna fear the storm. I don't wanna fear the storm. Be still, say the word and I will set my feet upon the sea till I'm dancing in the deep. Peace, be still, you are here, so it is well. Even when my eyes can't see, I will trust the voice that speaks. Peace over me. Peace, peace over me. I'm not gonna be afraid, 'cause these waves are only waves. I'm not gonna be afraid. I'm not gonna be afraid. I'm not gonna fear the storm. You are greater than its roar. I'm not gonna fear the storm. I'm not gonna fear it all. Can't see Let faith rise up. Oh, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Let faith rise up. Oh, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Let faith rise up. Oh, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Let faith rise up. Oh, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Peace be still. Say the word and I will set my feet upon the sea till I'm dancing in the deep. Oh, peace be still. You are here, so it is well. Even when my eyes can't see, I will trust the voice that speaks. Peace, peace over me. Peace, peace over me. Peace be still. Say the word and I will set my feet upon the sea till I'm dancing in the deep. Peace be still. You are here, so it is well. Even when my eyes can't see, I will trust the voice that speaks. Peace, peace over me. Peace, peace over me. The atmosphere is changing now, for the Spirit of the Lord is here. The evidence is all around that the Spirit of the Lord is here. The atmosphere is changing now, for the Spirit of the Lord is here. The evidence is all around that the Spirit of the Lord is here. Overflow in this place. Fill our hearts with your love. Your love surrounds us. flow in this place. Fill our hearts with your love. Your love surrounds us. You're the reason we came to encounter your love. Your love surrounds Spirit of God, fall fresh on us. We need your presence. Your kingdom come, your will be done, here as in heaven. Spirit of God, fall fresh on us. We need your presence. Your kingdom come, your will be done, here as in heaven. A miracle can happen now, for the Spirit of the Lord is here. The evidence is all around. Spirit of the Lord is here. A miracle can happen now, for the Spirit of the Lord is here. The evidence is all around, that the Spirit of the Lord is here.
Hey God, I thank you that no matter where we are, God, I thank you no matter where we're listening right now, God, I thank you that your presence is with us, God. I thank you that you can encounter us no matter where we are, God. And I just pray right now, God, as I speak, God, I pray that your words will touch the hearts of everyone listening right now, God. And I pray that your will would be done tonight, God. And I pray no matter what week we've had, no matter what we're going through, God, I pray that we would fix our eyes on you, God, and we would open our hearts to hear what you want to speak to us about, God. Awesome. Amen. Hey guys, thank you so much to Shannon and Ruth. Give a clap in the chat for them. Awesome job. Woo! That was so good to worship. I know it's not the same as being in person, but God can still encounter us no matter where we are. Okay, I'm just gonna log in. Awesome. I'm so excited to be sharing with you today. More than anything, I know that God's placed some really timely things on my heart that I want to share to you, but also that he's been speaking to me about. But more than anything for tonight, I'm really excited to talk because finally it's my chance to embarrass Mitch a little bit. Over and over, youth pastor gets up, tells all these amazing messages, but always somehow embarrasses me. So finally it's my turn to get a little bit of revenge. So this is a bit random, but I'm really obsessed with pistachios, like so much to the fact that if you were to buy me some, you would be like my new favorite person. Like I'm really obsessed with them. So in our family, I don't know about your families, but our family really has strange nicknames. So because of my obsession with pistachios and our family's weird nicknames, my nickname in our family became Star, short for pistachio. I could have had a better nickname, but that's what it is. And so they call me Stash. They still to this day, when we're out in public, it's very embarrassing. But Mitch, being the loving, youth pastor, great guy he is, kept calling me Starch. And I was like, that's a bit weird, but maybe it's because, he's sometimes, has a speech impediment. Sometimes he can't speak properly. But he kept calling me Starch. And so I asked him, I was like, Mitch, why are you calling me Starch? And he's like, because it's a potato and that's what you look like. You look like a potato. Isn't that so nice to his little sister? But the reason I wanted to tell that story tonight is to, of course, embarrass Mitch a little bit. But also because names can hurt us, and I don't know about you guys, but maybe there's been names that people have said to you that have impacted you. Maybe there's been things that people have said that have shared with all the Lord's holy people to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know this love that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. When I was preparing for tonight and I was reading that, I was just in awe of the fullness of his love and the all-consuming, but especially that last part. So I just want to read it again to us, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. When we are filled with God and his presence, it shifts our focus from that we're not good enough, that no matter what situation we're going through, that we're not good enough, we're not valued, to knowing because of God, because of who he is, because of his fullness, we are enough in him. I think often we can put what other people say about us, whether that's our friends or family or social media, we can put what other people say about us on a pedestal and kind of fixate on who they say we are, and we can kind of focus more on that than anything else. And no matter if it's true or we believe it or not, we're so focused on what other people are saying about us that we're forgetting what God says about us. But God knows us so intimately, so we need to be more focused on what he's saying about us than what other people around us are saying about us. We need to be solely focused on God and who he says we are, and realize that his opinion, even though it's easier said than done, his opinion is the only opinion that matters. The reason it's important to know who we are is so that we can have a firm foundation in God. When people or situations arise that try and tell us differently, we have an assurance and a confidence knowing that God has created us for a purpose, that we have been chosen by him, that we have a calling, that he has a plan for our lives. But I think it's something that stops us from knowing our worth and knowing our value in God sometimes is focusing on what other people say about us and their influence. In order to stop letting other people's influence what you think of yourself, you need to be creating time for God. I think it's the typical thing of we say it a lot, but what's filling you? But it's so true. Are you letting people and the things of this world fill you, or are you letting God fill you? Are you letting what other people say fill about who you are and what you can do in your worth and your potential? Or are you going to God and saying, God, I need you to fill me right now. I need to see you. I need to see myself how you see me. To know your worth and who you are in God means you need to be spending time in his presence. God knows you more than you know yourself. I feel like we all know, the Bible verse that God knit us together in our mother's womb. He knows all the hairs on our heads. But if we're remembering that, if he knows us so intimately, we need to remember that we need to turn to him. We need to turn to him to find who we are and to our calling and our purpose and our plan, not to the people of this world. We need to be focusing on his opinion of us. And I think as well, it's not just a one-time, I know I'm valued, God. I know I have a purpose. I know I'm enough. It's every day going back when we're faced with situations that we feel like we can't handle, when we're having doubts or fears or insecurity, it's going back to God. It's letting him speak truth into the situation and not letting other people's voice dictate how we feel and the truth that is God is speaking through us. We have to focus less on our fear and insecurities and more on who God is and the power that he has, and we have by knowing we are his children. 1 John 3:1 says, "See what great love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God," and that is what we are. There is so much power in that statement that we are children of God, but how easy is it for us to forget that? When we're remembering what God says about us, what he declares over our life, that we are children of his, we're more focused on who he says about us than what other people say about us. But I think another trap that we can sometimes fall into is comparison. We're so focused on sometimes what other people are doing, what they're doing in their lives, the things that they look like, or whatever they're into, rather than who God has called us to be, who he says that we are. Being confident in who God has called you to be means you don't need to compare yourself with anyone else around you, because the creator of the universe spoke you into existence, that there needed to be one of you, that you are alike, that you are individual. Knowing who you are means that you don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. In order to follow the amazing plan that God has for every one of your lives, you need to remember that you were created to be different than everyone. We weren't created to be like everyone. And I know it's so easy to say that. And then like you go into real life and you're like, nah, I'm comparing myself to my friends, or I'm comparing myself to what I see on social media. But when we come back to God's word that we are children of his, he's created us all individually and with a purpose and a plan. So we have to focus more on who God has called us to be individually and not comparing what other people have going for them. The spirit of comparison will rob you of identity because you will be too busy focused on who you're not instead of who you were created to be. God has created you for a purpose and a plan, but when you're focusing on what other people have going for them, you're not focusing on what God says, about what he says about your situation, about what he says who you are. We know that we're not enough. And tonight, me talking about, we have value and we have purpose and we have plan and we're chosen. I don't want to come across, that we're perfect, because we're not. But in God, there is authority knowing and strength knowing that we are enough because of God. Nothing that we've done, but because of who he is and the power that comes from the sentence that we are children of his. When we know who we are, we can step into what God has called for us. But in order to know who we are, we need to consistently seeking God. We need to be consistently seeking the one who made us, the one who has designed us, the one who knows us more than we know ourselves. Spending time with God means to know who he is and what he has already declared over your life. I think another thing that can sometimes impact about how we see ourselves or our value or our worth is we can let what we've done in the past, our past mistakes, dictate, and sometimes that can become our identity, and we can fixate so much on what we've done in the past that we're not focused on who God has called us to be in the future. We can almost let shame and guilt become our identity. We become so focused on our mistakes, what we've done wrong, that we're not good enough. I don't know what it is for you. Maybe it's pornography. Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe you feel like these things have shaped who you are. Maybe you feel like these things have become your identity. But 2 Peter 1:9 says, "But whoever does not have them is nearsighted and blind, forgetting that they have been cleansed from their past sins." How often do we forget that? We all know, most of us, I hope, know that Jesus died on the cross for us and resurrected. We know that, but are we remembering that in our daily life? Are we remembering that we have to walk with the authority and the confidence that what we've done in the past, it doesn't define us. Those things that you've done, they don't define us. God defines us. He says that we have a plan and a purpose and a future. So those things that you feel like can control you, those things that you feel like have wrapped up in your identity, God says, no, I've already forgiven you. That's already gone. It's already out of my mind. He's calling us to live a life to follow him and follow his word and truth and forget about what we've done in the past. When we let shame build up within us, we're focusing more on our sin and our failures and our mistakes rather than remembering God has already forgiven us. The things that are in our past, the things that we feel like control us or consume our identity sometimes, those don't define us. Those things that we've done, even though it feels like they might, they don't define us. The only thing that defines us is God. He defines who we are. Nothing that we've done or nothing that we feel like controls who we are. One of the reasons I believe the enemy attacks who we are is because he knows that when we know who we are, we hold a power that he can't stop. And that doesn't mean that we're not going to go through struggles. That doesn't mean that we're not going to have insecurities or fears. But it means that we have an authority, a confidence, knowing that through God, that I can do all things. Through God, I know that I have a plan and I have a purpose. Through God, I know that I can do this, not because of anything I do, not because of my power, not because of who I am, but because of who he is and of his goodness. God uses all of our brokenness for good. He transforms your pain into purpose. He uses your struggles as a testimony. There's things that you might have gone through that you feel like have just controlled who you are, maybe become your identity. But, God works everything together for good. He can use those things to share a testimony so you can help someone who's gone through that same situation. I feel like so many of us know that, God loves us, that we're not alone, that we have purpose, but in those moments that we're letting our emotions or our feelings or a situation arises, we're forgetting that truth. To get to the place that you know what God says about you, and you're only going to know what God says about you and what he says who you are, is to spend time in his presence. We need to be constantly returning back to him, constantly returning back to his time, his presence, his word, his spirit, because that's where we can draw all of our hope from, all of our plans for the future. So I went to a Christian high school, and something that we did in primary school, I think, and high school, is you had to learn really big chunks of Bible verses. And then if you didn't do it, sometimes you get attention. It was really weird. So I had a really bad association with learning Bible verses. Super weird. But as I've grown up and as I've left school, I've learnt actually the awesome power that happens when you learn Bible verses. And it's not in a boring way, I need to remember this long chapter or book. It's just short things that I've used in my daily life that hold so much power. Because when you're in a situation that you feel like you don't know how to control, or when you feel like your insecurities or your doubts or whatever it is, your loneliness is consuming you, you can speak into existence the word of God. Because the best thing about the word, the Bible, is that it doesn't change. It's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And sometimes our feelings can fluctuate, our emotions, or even our situations around us. But the word of God doesn't change. So when we speak that truth into those situations, we can go, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm not feeling good enough, but I know I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I know I have a purpose. I know that I have calling. I know that if I remain in him and I in him, I will bear much fruit. The moment you stop letting people define you is the moment you let God refine you for who you were created to be. God has called you uniquely. He has a plan and a purpose for your life. There is a reason that we feel the most content when we're in constant communication with Christ. I don't know about you guys, but I've heard a lot growing up, to be a Christian, you've got to be a light in the world and everyone's going to look at you and be like, oh, wow, what she got about her, she's so different. And that's something that I've always obviously wanted to have, but it was something I struggled with a bit because I was like, how do I actually do that? And one of the ways that I've discovered to be a light in the world and truly be a difference is being confident in who you are, being confident in who God has called you to be, because no matter what situations are around you, no matter what your friends are doing, you can stand firm in the authority that God has given you, that you know who you are, you know that you were created like this for a reason, that there's people that you can only reach that those people can't, that the gifts, the talents, the dislikes, the likes, that was all created for a purpose, and that you're not going to change who you are despite what circumstance or what people or situation that you're in, because you know who God says you are, and you know that that's the most important voice that you have to listen to. Just before I finish, I just wanted to share a quick story about me. Some of my friends don't even know this about me, but for as long as I could remember, I've struggled with a really weird skin condition. It sounds super weird, but I have really sweaty hands and sweaty feet. I know, a little bit gross sometimes, but it's something I've struggled with for my whole life, and it impacted my daily life in high school all the time. If people want a high five, my worst nightmare. Don't come up to me, shake my hand, I'll literally die. But I used to pray for a miracle because I believe God is a miracle worker. So I would pray and I would be like, God, I know you can heal this. Would you heal this for me? Never happened. It impacted me so much so to the point that in worship at church or history makers, youth events, whatever it was, I would want to put my hands up to worship because I'd feel the presence of God. I'd want to worship him for his goodness, but I would feel so afraid what other people would think about me that I didn't. I let that stop me. In Romans 8:28, it says, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God and those who are according to his purpose. God can turn things into good when even we can't see it, when we can't understand the situation. What I was praying for was a miracle, and what he did was a miracle, but it wasn't in the way I expected. I expected not to have sweaty hands anymore. But what he did was he transformed my mindset into realizing that the only person that I need to go to is to him. The only person that I need to look for an opinion is him. I don't need to worry about what other people are thinking of me. I only need to worry about what God says about me, about who God says I am. When we know our worth, we can start influencing people around us. Because when the world says that you're not enough, that you need to change these things about yourself, that you need to look better, you need to look a certain way, or you need to do this, you need to be in this relationship, you need to get this ATAR, whatever it is, Jesus said, when you are at your most broken, you were enough for me to give up my life for you. The enemy tries to stop us from understanding who we are and our worth in God, so we can become fixated on our own insecurities and inabilities instead of focusing on the calling of God that he has on our lives. When God looks at us, he sees past all of our brokenness and mistakes. He sees who he intended us to be, the purpose and the calling that he has on our lives. If I could leave you with one thing today, if you don't remember anything I've said, that's completely fine. Just this one thing I want you to remember. I want you to try and focus on, for this next week, about focusing and going into God's presence and focusing on more on what God says about you and focusing on God's voice louder rather than the people around you, because who he says you are is the most important thing. And I don't know if what I've said tonight has resonated with you. Maybe it's things in your past that you feel like have defined you. Maybe it's you're struggling with comparison. But right now I'm just going to pray, because no matter if you're sitting at home, you know where he is, God is a miracle working God. He's not confined to the four walls of the church. Yeah, God is a miracle working God, and no matter where we are, we can encounter him and he can do miracles through us even when we're not expecting it. So right now I'm going to pray for any of those things that I've talked about, and I just want you to prepare your heart for what God can do, and don't limit him just because you're not in the right atmosphere or the right headspace. Hey, God, I thank you for who you are. I thank you for your goodness, God. I thank you that you can transform our situations, God. I just pray right now for anyone who's struggling with insecurity or shame or guilt, or they've worried that things of their past have become their identity, or they're worried about comparison. God, I pray right now in Jesus' name that you would wash over everyone who's listening right now. God, I pray that you would wash over your presence, God, and you would speak life into their situation, God. I pray that you would help transform our mindsets into saying, God, that you are the most important thing, that you say that we have a plan, that you say that we have a future, that you say we have value, God. I just pray right now for everyone who's listening, God, I pray that you would show them how much you love them, how much in awe of you that you are, God. I thank you that the plan and the purpose that you have for every individual who's listening right now, God. Amen. Awesome. Thanks, guys, so much for listening. I hope you got something out of tonight. We don't know next week if we're going to be in lockdown or not, unfortunately. Fingers crossed not. But like Mitch and Jack said before, on Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got Tribes, which is going to be so awesome. So Tuesday, 7 to 8 p.m. is like a fun games night. And then Wednesday, we've got a Bible study, which will do a soap, and we'll get into the Word of God, which will be so awesome. So that will be on all the social medias if you're not sure. And all of us leaders, we've been praying for you. We know that it's a really hard time in lockdown. And just like if you need, reach out, because we love you and we're here for you. So if you need anything, feel free to reach out. But yeah, we'll be on all the social medias, and we'll see you back on Tuesday, hopefully on Zoom. Bye.